Hello, come on in, just have a look. This is my studio, this is the place, this is my church, this is where everything is happening. And mostly I'm here during the day and work and try to be creative. This is one of my main pieces. I mean, it's the Fool's Parade, parading fools, as the artist as the observer. And you see poetry, you see masks. People, it's actually unveiling the mask from the politicians or the religion. And it has to do with religion, politics, and unmasking of people. I use African masks, and I use poetry, or you can also say those are the fixing lies that coming out of the mouth of the politicians or the church leaders. I'm not a politician, I'm just the artist. Okay. Yeah, this is actually touched by the goal. It's an archer that it's not aiming at the boost target, but it's aiming at a higher goal. So actually what they say is the road to the goal is more important than the goal itself. So that's actually the theme and the symbolism of the Olympic Games. Is also the symbolism that I like to express in this sculpture. In the Olympics from Athens, every country had its own participation for the artists. So I was participating for Holland. Here I have my golden sculpture. I call it golden. It's my icon. Those are my heroes. It's the title of it is Railroad to Heaven. Actually, it deals with the problems of the refugees who are having some bad times reaching Fort Europe, and actually a lot of people get killed during the trip to heaven. That's why I call it Railroad to Heaven. Here in Amsterdam, you meet a lot of those people who had made this very difficult trip to come here, and actually those are my heroes. You see them on the street, you talk with them, but people see them as problem, but I see it as my heroes, because what those people achieve and what they went through, it's unbelievable. And so when I look at them, I don't see them as problems, but they can achieve more than I did. You see, so that's why I call this it's Via Dolorosa, Railroad to Heaven. It's a modern Via Dolorosa. This is my workshop. This is where I do the walking. This is where I do the welding. This is where I do the hammering. This is where I do all the craftsmanship. And this is one piece. I call it Waiting for God. And if you sit down and you can read this, I never promise you a rose garden. This piece is about fatalism. It's about fear, creating fear by fear itself. What we have to do is tearing down those walls. Well, actually, this piece is designed for a place outside that people can sit and think about certain things, right? But putting it outside, it has to be double this big, and I hope I can do it. Okay, and it's actually a spiritual place where you can sit, and actually, if you look upstairs, it's like looking up the church towers, and some people want to tear them down and some people want to make them bigger. So that's a question that I ask in my sculpture. It's very important. It's one of my most important pieces that I make. It has to do a lot with my growing older, thinking about what life is. This sculpture, the name of this sculpture, the title of this sculpture is Identity Who Cares. It's about identity, and if you travel in the Caribbean or South America, you're going to see a lot of busts from the conquistadores. And for me, I wanted to demonize this bust, and this sculpture is very important for me because it's the inner feeling. You have to feel I call it the fourth dimension in my sculptures. There's the demonizing, the power of the negative forces coming out of this sculpture. Somebody told me that I must have been very angry when I was making this. But I'm always very scary about things like identity, because when you start about identity, you already start building walls again. You know, exclusive certain group from other groups. So I want to go beyond those walls. So this is a theme that's very much in my sculpturing, all of my sculptures. So it's a very important piece for me, this one. Okay, this piece on the wall is, I call it Me, Myself and I. It's about myself. Whenever I don't have inspirations, I make some small pieces, and sometimes bigger pieces from I call it from my unconsciousness. You see a lot of screaming in it, it's screaming from inside. It has a lot to do with my youth. There's so many things I want to say, but I couldn't say because I'm not a talker. I want to be creative. And there's a lot of screaming in this, it's called installation. It's not for exhibitions or something, it's just for myself. So whenever I make it, I put it on the wall, it's okay. I gave it a place so I can continue with other themes or other titles in my work. It reminds me where I came from, and it also reminds me what I missed because I came so young here in Holland. I was very glad when I arrived in Holland. I'm very glad I had everything I got here in Holland. But it's also, everything has its opposite, right? So whatever I achieve here, I didn't, achieve in Curacao. Part of me that stayed in Curacao and didn't develop. And this part, when I came here, did develop itself, but I miss this part. And sometimes it's collide in myself. So, and they scream, and it's coming out, and then I make some small pieces and I put it there. When I sculpture, I have a goal, and whatever is coming to my part, I will take it, but I don't lay back. You want to conquer the space. That's why I'm always talking about the power of sculpture. The bigger and the stronger, and then you have it in a big space, and then you say, gosh, it's there. So when I make a sculpture there, I'm not satisfied. I want to make it big, but so the energy is coming and the frustrations are coming inside. From Mother Earth, the energy from Mother Earth, but going to the universe. So in this position, you can do all of the dances. From this, dance, jump, jump, and it's very, very strong. In African dance, there's a lot of inner space. It's a lot about going inside. And in the European dance, it's a lot about going outside. You understand? So you see in the sculpture art, they put the sculpture on pedestals. It has to go up, it has to go outside. It's the same as the classical dance. But in the African art, it's about Mother Earth. So it's inside. It's the feeling inside. It's the ancestors. It's the spiritual inside. So by mixing those two, very powerful spirit, I think it brings for me a different kind of expression.